There are some things you should know about Zach Connor. He's straightforward, he's driven, and he's a self-declared math whiz. He comes from a tight-knit family and would happily patch your sliced screen door. Zach has an alter ego, the Emmaus High School Hornet. He has a diagnosis, autism. At game time, Zach pulls on the school's green and yellow Hornet costume. He doesn't just show for varsity football, Zach cheers on junior varsity teams and for the school's lacrosse, track, baseball, volleyball teams, and more. He even makes occasional stops at the weight room, all while wearing the quilted costume that is sweltering on hot days. Zach, 16, and his family want to replace the Hornet. Their mission is twofold: raise money for a new costume, and introduce Zach and his autism to his classmates at Emmaus High School. At St. George, special to the morning call, sophomore Zach Connor poses in his mascot costume Friday at Emmaus High School. Sophomore Zach Connor poses in his mascot costume Friday at Emmaus High School. At St. George, special to the morning call, as Zach puts it, he is not neurotypical. His autism helps him excel at algebra but also exhibits itself through behaviors not normal for a high school student. Before games, for example, he might burn energy with a fast-paced walk and self-pep talk behind the bleachers, a behavior autism specialists call stereotypy or self-stimulatory behavior. Those things don't make high school easy, especially outside of the classroom. But Zach says his diagnosis doesn't mean there's anything wrong with him, just something different. There are some days I wish I was neurotypical, he said. But then I realize I wouldn't be the same. Zach took over as the Hornet at the beginning of the school year after responding to a tweet posted by the East Penn School District Athletic Department. His mom, Jennifer Connor, had been nudging him to get involved in an activity outside of school. Zach has been a good fit, East Penn School District Athletics Director Dennis Ramella said. In the past, staff had to search for students to wear the costume for big games. Zach is the first in many years to consistently volunteer. We have the Hornet at more events than we've ever had. Ramella said. It's really great thing to see because he's promoting the school, not just the athletic department. Zach has developed a strategy for revving the crowd before a big game, usually starting with a slushie or soda before donning the costume. Once he's dressed, he strolls through the crowd giving hugs and high fives, pounding fists, striking poses. He sometimes joins the cheerleading squad and takes pictures with the crowd. But the costume sometimes hinders the performance. Zach recalled one mortifying moment, when he accidentally knocked the Hornet headpiece off during a cheer. The headpiece, made of papier mâché, is buckling from weather and the humidity that builds inside the poorly ventilated costume. That's not his only quibble. The costume doesn't have wings, and its quilted interior is tattered. Zach's brother, Andrew Connor, helps Zach manage the mascot role. He attends some games, helps Zach climb in and out of the costume and helps him maneuver the bleachers while wearing the cumbersome headpiece. Andrew said he will consider volunteering as mascot once he gets to high school. He has his own complaints about the costume, largely centered around its accuracy. He contended it resembles a genial bumblebee more than a fearsome hornet. It's fuzzy, 12-year-old Andrew Connor said. Hornets aren't fuzzy. The whole Connor family has thrown itself behind Zach's role as the high school mascot. They have modified the costume with a battery-powered fan in the headpiece and replaced the wire antennae with plastic. Andrew helps Zach prepare for games and Jennifer is trying to rally the community to raise money for a new costume in what she calls a mascot makeover campaign. She wants an updated version with better ventilation and a sturdier build. Her pitch: the mascot will be around at more games and school events if the costume is updated and more comfortable. That's a win for the athletic department, Ramella said. A student group donated the costume at least 10 years ago, and it's endured a fair amount of abuse since then. It's worn. It would be after 10 years, but it can still be used, he said. With our budgets being the way they are, when you have something that is still safe and able to be used, it would be kind of difficult to justify spending money on a new one. Ramella and the Connor family plan to work together to purchase a new costume that fits the district's image for the Hornet. Zach can take possession of the costume while he's acting as the mascot, but it should return to the athletic department once his tenure is through, Ramella said. According to an online fundraising page, Jennifer has raised about half of her $5,000 goal thanks to help from student groups and community members. She is planning a fundraiser on May 6th. The mascot is more than just a costume for Zach, Jennifer said. It makes him happy, and provides him a chance to participate in the quintessential high school experiences like assemblies and football games. Jennifer hopes the mascot costume will help Emmaus High School students, their parents and their teachers appreciate Zach. He is genuinely kind, and his diagnosis is nothing to fear, she said. Maybe this will help people understand him a little more, she said. Autism means his mind works differently, but with or without the costume. Jennifer wants you to know her son is a genuinely kind person. He's Zach, the mascot, the student, the teen. And he wouldn't change a thing. Without my autism, I wouldn't be me, he said. Addison George, special to the morning call. Sophomore Zach Connor, Wright, poses for a photo with his mom Jennifer and brother Andrew Friday at Emmaus High School. Sophomore Zach Connor, Wright, poses for a photo with his mom Jennifer and brother Andrew Friday at Emmaus High School. Addison George, special to the morning call. Mascot makeover fundraiser. Fought a fundraiser to raise money for a new Hornet mascot costume for Emmaus High School. Seating is limited to 100, when noon, May 6th, where Emmaus Fire Company, 50th 6th Street, Emmaus. Contact for more information or to donate. Contact Jennifer Connor at mascotmakeover@gmail.com, 908-339-7778, Thompson@mccall.com, Twitter @ThompsonCarol, 610-778-2259.